And the point, I think you all heard me say this yesterday, the point is that this sheet is un-Googleable. It's un-Googleable. You can't find the answers to this on Google or Yahoo or Ask or anything else. Right? It's not on there. Or what's the other one I'm missing? Bing? Okay, yeah, Bing. So, Air 2. Air. So the point is that first what we need to do is we need to build that understanding. And part of that comes from our inquiries into over there that you have that are posted in our rooms and in the lab. Part of it comes from the questions that you asked on Tuesday and the questions that arise from answering those questions. And once you acquire the understanding, then you can fill out your CQA. Thank you, Haley, for letting me borrow that. So I hope that's clear. Now, I talked to Herr Cromer and I said, Herr Cromer, help me out. I'm troubled by the fact that so many of the students are so obsessed with filling out their CQA, but they don't have the understanding, Herr Cromer. They don't have the understanding. And Herr Cromer had a brilliant idea, as he often does. He said, you know, I think next year we should have our students, before they do the CQA, we should have them do a mind map. And I thought, oh, Herr Cromer, why did I come to you earlier? Next year we'll do a mind map, and that will fix the problem, or at least help. Right? Because the mind map, what we'll do is we'll have our big topic in the middle, each student's subtopic down below, the questions they're asking, the questions answered and what they found, the questions that arose from those answers, and all their sources. It'll be beautiful and colorful, and we'll be able to print it out at the end and put it on their trifold board. And as I was going to bed last night, I thought, wait a minute, why don't we do that this year? It's not too late, it's just the first week. So I woke up, and at 11:30 last night, I wrote an email to everybody. I said, I really want to do this today, so I'm going to show you how to do your mind map. And the best part is it's in Google Docs, so it's super easy. So, so here's how you're going to do it. You're going to log into your AEA students docs, and you're going to click Create New, and you're going to create a new drawing. This is a new feature. It came out in the last 30 days. So you're going to create a new drawing. And what we can do if we want to make it bigger or smaller, can everybody see? You need to get to a place you can see. I'll give you 5 seconds to find somewhere where you can see. 4, 3, 2, 1. Air Force. Air 3. Air 2. Good job, 5th grade. Okay. Now, you can see that it gives you this canvas here. You can resize the canvas in the corner. You can make it smaller. Oops, I'm sorry. You can make it bigger. There we go. But what we want to do is we want to make it really big. So I'm going to change the zoom to like 50% and then make it a lot bigger so we have a lot more room to work with here. There we go. And I can keep making it bigger like this. There we go. Let's get rid of that. Okay. Now what we can do is I can insert some of these shapes. I'm going to start with just a square in the middle. And let's say Herr Cromer and I, we're working on sea invertebrates. Now to type in your box, you double click on the box. There we go. And I'm going to type sea invertebrates. Invertebrates. There we go. And I don't think that's actually how you spell it. But now, let's say I am doing threats to sea invertebrates. So I want to make another little bubble. I'm going to use this kind of rounded bubble here. And I'm going to put it over here. This is Mr. Hartman. And I'm going to do threats to sea invertebrates. Yes, it is. That's how you spell it. With an E. There we are. There we are. Okay. And let's say I have my 3 questions. I can move this wherever I want. And you can actually draw arrows here. There we go. I can change the color of this if I want. Use the arrow. In fact, I'm going to make my color... oh, wait. I think that changes the title. Please don't shout out. I'm going to make it orange there. There we are. And then I'm going to have one of my questions. Now, my questions might be... I might refer back to one of my questions over here, current and past conditions. So with threats, I will be and we can do current and past, so I'll do how long have sea invertebrates been threatened? So is this something, I'm trying to find out, is this something that's like relatively new? Like is this something since like the 80s? Or is this something that goes back like 100 years, right? Like how long have they been threatened? So there's my question. It's too big, so I'll resize this. There we are. And then when I find the answer, I can post it right down here. And I can make the questions, maybe I'll make all my questions purple. And when I find the answer, I will make it yellow. There we are. Now, since it's Google Docs, we obviously have all the collaborative power of Google Docs. So watch this. I'm going to share it with Herr Cromer now. I'm going to invite him. And there we are. And Peter, if you click refresh, you should see it pop up under all items. And then click all items and it should show up there. There it is, untitled drawing. So he's going to open it now. And then watch how quickly this works. Herr Cromer, why don't you add your subtopic, which is endangered sea invertebrates. So he's going to choose his shape. There we are. And he's going to add it. Watch it pop up on my screen. Boom. Right there. There 3. There 2. I'm so proud of you guys. I didn't even get down to 1. So, are there any questions about this process? Raise your hand, please. Let's be principled. Wonderful. It is. Oh, yes.
How does it deliver the refreshment so fast? Like, how does
It's magic. Yes, Mrs. Julius.
I just wanted to mention at the beginning that your bones create a new doc, it's not document, it's drawing.
That's correct. It's a new drawing.
And then you have to share it with your people.
That's correct, yeah. It's a new drawing. Okay, and you'll want to make sure you share it with your group members. Now, your assignment until lunch is to work on your mind map and work on these questions. And I want you to pay particular attention to whether your questions and what you're asking are in line with our inquiries into. Are you talking about current and past conditions of ocean life? Are you talking about the community attitudes? So that's another one. You could say, like, what are the different community attitudes towards sea invertebrates? Or what's San Diego's attitude towards sea invertebrates? And then you can talk about actions you can take. So what are people doing to stop threats? Or what are people doing to help endangered sea invertebrates? Haley, over here now. You sit over here now. So ladies and gentlemen, you have until about 12:15 or so, which is almost half an hour, to work with your team on this. Now, groups, what do we say, 1 through 8?
1 through 9.
1 through 9. 1 through 9, raise your hand. Okay. Now, groups 1 through 9, when I say the magic word, this is for everybody, when I say the magic word is fruit roll-up. And when I say the magic word, you're going to go to your respective area. Groups 1 through 9, you're here. Groups 10 through